question for you, Richard. Have lower oil prices made worse conflicts in some of these oil-producing countries involving non-state actors, whether it be ISIS in the Iraqi region or Boko Haram in Nigeria? How should we be thinking about that? Do lower oil prices make the world a more dangerous place?
It's a really interesting question. It might be too early to say, has the lower oil price and the lower oil revenues it means worsen these conflicts, because many of them were already well in train. We have seen new conflicts emerge or escalate, such as the one in Yemen, which sort of the Arab coalition is now involved in. I think from one perspective, certainly if prices remain low, it will diminish the ability of the governments to sustain their defence forces. So, take Iraq, for instance, which is very much at the front line of the fight against ISIS, Daesh. And there are frequent calls from Baghdad for more international support, for more financing, because as well as all the other financial challenges created by low oil price, they say they're struggling simply to pay the bills involved in that conflict. But was it or has it worsened or escalated the conflict on the ground? I think that plays back to issues which might have related to the way that oil revenue wasn't shared previously, as well as sectarian divisions, as well as other historical grievances. I don't think we're necessarily seeing the oil price fall itself escalate it yet. So it feels more, as kind of Carol has mentioned, about the choices that governments make, the policies they set in a moderate oil price environment, in a high or in a low price environment, can determine. The volatility definitely, I think, can escalate instability. The uncertainty that you set a budget based on one price assumption and then the reality turns out to be very different. And that can matter either way, because in fact, one of the tensions can be that if the government's receiving a lot more money than it expected, and that money isn't being distributed if the population isn't seeing the benefits of that, I think that can very quickly create and escalate tensions that are often already there.